Hey, broken salespeople. So today I want to talk about ancient Irish gods and how they relate to you as a salesperson. Stay tuned. It'll make sense at the end. That's what's going live on this episode of the Broken Salespeople podcast. Hey, broken salespeople. Welcome to the workshop. My name is Red Stafstrom, and we're here to help you fix your broken sales skills. So I've been going through some things here at the house, and I came across some old notes of my brother's when he got me into D&D, Dungeons and Dragons. It's something that I still enjoy. I just don't have enough time for. But I was looking over his notes for the character that me and him created for me to play. And it was a monk who worshipped a god named Nuada. Nuada is a real life god in so much as real life gods exists. He is part of the ancient Irish Celtic pantheon, known as the Tuatha De Danann. Nuada is a little bit different than most other gods, though, like the way that you normally think about them. See, he was the king of the Tuatha De Danann until some unfortunate events, and he was also the god of war. When you think about a god of war, you normally think of Ares, you think of Mars, you think of these bloodthirsty tyrants who are playing human beings like marionette figures in order to get them to wage war on their neighbors, raise and pillage, and all of those different things. Very rarely do you find a god like Nuada who is a god of war but is not bloodthirsty the way a lot of other gods are. And it got me thinking about the nature of war, and it got me looking into things. In the last 3,400 years, basically all of human recorded history, or the majority of it, human beings have been at war for all of them except for 268. 268 years of peace as opposed to 3,100 plus years of warfare. 92% of human history, of modern human history, has involved warfare at some level. The idea of war not being good or bad is something that I think we all have to embrace to a certain extent. Now, I know it's easy to look at war as an evil thing. I understand people are being killed. And arguably, murdering a complete stranger is one of the most immoral things you can do. But that has to take in consideration the goal. The goal is going to be different for each war and for each soldier. Yes, there are wars that are fought for corrupt reasons. There are wars fought for profiteering. There are wars fought to enslave. There are wars fought for whatever you could think of. There are also wars fought to overthrow genocidal leaders, overthrow corrupt governments, bring rights, human rights, to an entire population. War can be used for good. War can be used for evil. At the end of the day, war simply is. It's not good, it's not bad, it simply is. It's a part of our nature. It's part of the human condition. Whether we like it or not, human beings have been at war for 92% of the time, as opposed to 8% living in peace. Peace is not sustainable based on the history, sad to say. How does this relate to sales? I want you to think about warfare. Think about the warriors who fight. These are people who take pride in their ability to wage war. They take pride in doing what's necessary for the rest of us to live a normal life. The people who go out there and do things and come back with severe PTSD, and there's a number of people who do, they've done it so that we don't have to. They've done it to try and make our lives a little bit better in one way or another. Otherwise, many of them couldn't do what they do day in, day out. They're not sociopaths. They did it for a bigger purpose. They did it so that the organization, namely our country in many cases, can live on. They become skilled at war so others don't have to. Now let's talk about us. Let's talk about salespeople. See, we do the job that most other people don't want to do. We do the cold calling. We door knock. We send cold emails. We get kicked out of meeting rooms. We do the work that other people are not willing to do. Calling us warriors is a bit grandiose, I admit. But the reason we do it is so that other people within the organization can survive at a better level, so that you can keep the job of the secretaries, of HR, of everybody else, of people in R&D, people in delivery. We do the grunt work. We go into the trenches so that other people don't have to. The difference is we're ashamed of it. We're very ashamed of it. And I'll give you proof. I want you to look at your business card. What does it say? Odds are, if your organization is anything like most of the ones I've worked with, it doesn't say that you're a salesperson. It says you're an automotive specialist, says that you're an account executive, says that you're a client consultant. These are just sneaky things that we've started calling because sales has this slimy aftertaste to it, and it shouldn't. Sales should not have a slimy aftertaste the same way that somebody who's in the Army or the Marines or the Air Force, they shouldn't be ashamed of what they do, and we shouldn't be ashamed of what we do. We should take pride because we are making our organizations function. The same way war is part of the human condition, organizations are a part of the human condition right now. And our ability to go in and do the things that other people won't do are what give other people the ability to live the lives that they want to. Our willingness to go into the trenches, to get told every cuss word in the book. We should take pride in being salespeople. We should have that on our business cards because we are doing something. Noble is a bit grandiose, but we're doing something to help others. And when it's done the right way, we help even more people. See, sales has gotten this slimy aftertaste because people have taken that job title and perverted it by doing things unethically. The same way there are some soldiers who have behaved unethically, or some mercenaries who have behaved unethically and minimalized and trivialized what good soldiers actually do. That extends to management as well. See, yes, we're the ground troops. We're the ones making the calls, knocking on the doors. We're the people who are talking to the people. We're the people on the ground. And if our commanding officers are hurting our reputation, I'm looking at you, Wells Fargo, then we have to stand up for ourselves. We can't let our reputation and the reputation of millions of other people in this country be ruined because certain people are greedy, because certain people are using war the wrong way. We need to make sure that when we do our jobs, we're doing it with the utmost ethical behavior, that we are doing things only to help our customers. That is our goal. We are not here to better ourselves. We're not here to take a bunch of gold bricks from some palace somewhere. We're here to help make the world a better place, behave morally, behave ethically. Because by doing that, it's going to make being a salesperson better for everyone. Make sure that you are doing things the right way, that you aren't crossing the lines, that you aren't subject to court martial. Because you heard it for all of us. It's not just putting yourself at risk, putting your organization at risk. It hurts the reputation of everybody who's been in the trenches with you. If you are selling in an ethical manner, I want you to retake the term salesperson. I want you to say it with pride. Yes, I'm a salesperson, and here's why I'm different than most others. Here's why sales has become slimy over all these generations. Here's the issues, and here's how I'm going to behave differently. Yes, I have the same job, but that doesn't mean I perform it the same way. Take pride in what you do because you deserve to. Sales is neither good nor bad. War is neither good nor bad. Comes down to the individuals, comes down to the motives. Make sure your motives are in the right place, that you're doing things for the right reasons. And then take pride and take the term sales back for those of us who do behave ethically. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Please take time to like, subscribe, review. All of it helps the channel out quite a bit. And if you have any other questions, you could go to brokensalespeople.com, find a ton of free information there, including my blog with a ton of free training. I hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, go fix yourself.